Hi, welcome to Health Talk with Dr. Akram. I am Akram. In this series of programs, we've been talking about exam tips for kids, written by Dr. Udara, Kularatne, and this book is available in Amazon. And Udara Kularatne has been doing a few programs with me, and the first one we call it the life's journey of Udara through so many exams he has done. Then we overlook the book, then track yourself, teach yourself, test yourself, and the last one is how to thrill yourself with exams. You can also have fun with exams. Let's see how we could do that. Udara, thank you very much for being with us here.
Thanks very much again for having me, Akram.
Okay. What is this about? How to thrill when you have an exam?
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that doing exams is fun, but when all the hard work is behind you, you've done your preparation, you've tested your knowledge regularly, and now it's show time, which is the thrilling bit, and this is your chance to show off your ability. Some exams give you the option of selecting a time slot for sitting it. So if this option is available to you, I think you should choose the time of day that you are most productive in.
What would you say just before the exam? You need a good sleep.
You need to be very well rested. I think.
Rested.
Mind
free.
Yes, mind free of any other worries. So you need to know where your exam venue is. You need to figure out how to get there. So if you're, say, traveling by train or by car, you don't want to get stuck in traffic or miss a train. So if the exam is held somewhere far away, it's better to go there the night before so you can walk to the exam if you can. And also the time of the exam is really important to know. These are own goals. Sometimes people forget about the time of the exam. They turn up for a morning exam in the evening and realize that it's already happened. And you need to familiarize with the building, the area where the exam is held.
This is for the children who are doing exams. Last minute, if you're trying to cram knowledge, it becomes really difficult. You kind of get jammed so many things and you can't recall it.
You may remember like some of our friends when we were studying in Sri Lanka, the day before the exam they would go to the temple or place of worship.
That's
and
true.
With their families and sort of invoke, try and get the blessings of the deities. And I think there's quite apart from the religious aspect of it, there's a psychological aspect to it as well. You feel more confident and you feel you're not studying at that time, so your mind is rested. And I think it's a good thing that...
and you switch off.
Background work.
Yes, I think that's what we talked about earlier, about being familiar with where the exam is, being familiar with the venue, making sure that you have plenty of time to get there.
Yeah, let's talk about competitive exam.
I mean, competitive exams are those that only a limited number of candidates are allowed entry to a school or university or selected for a job. This means not only do you have to do well, but also you have to outperform others to get in. However, exam preparation needs not be competitive. So exam preparation need not be competitive, although the exam itself is a competitive one. In my experience, those who do well in exams are generally those who are generous with their knowledge and who help others. Teaching others actually help them consolidate their knowledge and they become the better candidate.
That's a very good point, I think you said. It's not like everybody go in secret and try to learn. It's rather if you teach other people, you remember more while you're teaching the other person, isn't it? Problem-solving exams.
Problem-solving exams are increasingly used these days. They are widely used for university admissions, for example, in medicine. For example, the exams known as UK CAT or BMAT. So they actually don't test your knowledge, but they test your problem-solving ability. And in these questions, the STEM might give you information about how certain things relate to each other, and the question then asks you to make a deduction based on the relationships that are described. And the key to some of these questions is finding the most appropriate or best way to represent the given information pictorially or symbolically. And if you can do that quickly, then the answer is very easy to arrive at. And again, the only way to get better at these is to do as many as you can. The more you do, the more you will be able to get a feel for the level of complexity of the questions, and also you get a feel for the types of questions you are expected to solve. So do as many as you can.
When you're going for a Viva exam, what kind of attitude do you need to have? Because this is not, you have prepared yourself and you know you're going to do it well, but your attitude matters as well, because you need to make yourself be liked by the person examining.
Exams where we are face to face with an examiner can sometimes fill us with dread, because we are on show and no one likes it. It's helpful to remember that most examiners want you to do well, and this is a natural human instinct. So greeting the examiner with a big smile won't do you any harm. And you can avoid some own goals as well. So if you look presentable and if you're polite towards examiners, then that will count that will be seen as a positive thing. And if you make a mistake, apologize and start over. If you convey that you're happy to be there, even if you're quite nervous, this will create a good impression with the examiner.
Well, exams, not everyone succeeds in exam. But if you don't succeed, what is the next step?
Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things may not go according to plan. If that happens, be realistic about what happened and don't be afraid to be self-critical. Be constructive about it. I think if you can think of any mistakes that you made, write them down. It would make you a stronger candidate at the next attempt. And there's always a plan B. Always be open to the options available to you. I found my calling in medicine after starting out in very different careers in engineering and investment banking. And what you should never do is give up following your dreams, because if you have the desire, I don't think it'll be difficult for you to reach your goals if you pursue it long enough and work hard enough.
Udara, let's summarize and give a positive message.
The key messages that I wanted to convey was you don't need to be exceptionally bright or uniquely gifted to do well in exams. You can acquire talent through effort, targeted effort, and practice. And exam success is the result of discipline, hard work, and learning from our mistakes. And this book describes how each of those, discipline, targeted effort, and learning from our mistakes, how each of these can be used for exam success. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. And yes, we have gone through the book. We have discussed most of it. And if anyone still wants to buy this book, this is available in Amazon. And I'm not trying to promote the book, but it will help. And we are planning to translate this book into Tamil and Sinhala in Sri Lanka. But if anybody is interested around the world, please drop a message under my YouTube channel, and I will pass the message to Udara and he will contact you. And this is going to be very useful for you kids. So this book is for the normal people like me and you. We are not special, gifted, but we are hard workers and we can achieve it. Hope to see you in a very beautiful program in the future. Until then, look after yourself. Thank you very much.